It's a TV show where college university boys and girls make friends and bond with their roommates. A yaoi manga that is shallow and is all about appearances. More on this here at Fudanshi in a second. Hi, my name is Devin Jackson Randall, or DJR, and welcome to Queer Fudanshi. Today is Wednesday, and that means it's time for the last week's queer reviews, where I let you guys know about all of the queer media that I have reviewed on the blog. Go check that out. And if you guys want to remember that there are section times in the video description down below, you can skip to the description of each medium, and then you can go and check out whichever medium sounds interesting to you, and then come back later to join the conversation later. And as always, this is a spoiler conversation, so if you guys have not checked out these properties, make sure to do that now, and then come join us later to join the conversation. First, we are going to be talking about Part-Time the Series episode 11. Part-Time the Series is a TV show from Thailand, is a drama. It follows a huge cast of university students as they struggle to find friendships, roommates, a place to sleep, a place to work, a place to eat, and love and everything else in between. This particular episode really sees these two groups of friends really merging and bonding more. Sadly, the girls group are really bonding over a sad situation. This episode does see the aftermath of the character Melon getting raped and going through this terrible incident. Melon was very sad and very reclusive, and then when she did bring up the situation, or her friends made her bring it up, she was angry, she was upset, and I thought that was very realistic and very handled well. That situation was handled well by the show. And I also thought it was nice that the other characters, Ohm and White, were there for their friend, and that they really supported her. In addition, the boys were having their own situation where they were having financial issues. These boys are living their lives separately, but at the same time they are roommates and they're bonding, eating together and everything. And I was just happy to see that at least those guys were happy. This episode wasn't that particularly special, but it was nice. So I will give it at least a 3 out of 5 for my rating. What's yours? Next, for a quick one, we're going to be talking about #Adulting. #Adulting is a new web series that's come out just recently. They had the first 2 episodes earlier this year. They were kickstarting the show earlier this year, and now they've come out with the next 4 episodes 3 through 6. The show was created by 2 actors who were really trying to find their own voice and trying to make their own work. They were tired of waiting for work to come to them, so they made their own project. And the show is a comedy drama, a dramedy if you will. It's about the daily lives of these 2 20-somethings as they just try to find the fun and humor in the things that they do. Like I said, the show is a comedic drama, and it is funny, but it is very serious at some parts. Episode 6 was very serious and very emotional, and I was just like, whoa, you guys just got real for a second. As for the characters, I think Max is funny and entertaining and relatable as a gay man. And I think that the actor did a great job with his reactions. He has great facial reactions to the weird situations that Max goes in, and I really thought he brought the humor. Whereas Faye brought the emotion and the realness. I thought that she was fun. She's kind of like the straight man of the relationship, though she has some good lines too. And her scene in episode 6, or generally just the entire episode 6, was about her, and I loved it. That was one of my favorite episodes, if not my favorite. Generally, I would give this show a 4 out of 5. It wasn't spectacular enough to get a 5 out of 5, but I thought it was pretty damn good. So if you guys are interested, go check it out. It's here on YouTube. If you're watching this video, you have access to this web series. And lastly, we're going to be talking about the yaoi manga, and I'm going to read it here because I'm not going to say this wrong. Megane to Koi to Aoi Tori, or in English, Glasses, Love, and Bluebirds, though I have no idea what the Bluebirds is about. Note that I'm only reviewing the first 3 chapters in this comic because that is all that has been scanlated so far, but when other chapters have been translated, I will share those. This series is about high schooler Kai, who is very much the stereotypical nerd character. He wears glasses, he's considered plain and boring by his peers, and he loves to read comics, specifically love stories. And he has a best childhood friend named Seiji, who is the complete opposite of Kei. Seiji is attractive and popular with all of his peers, and he is very much the stoic, attractive, tall type character. The story follows these two as they fall in love. Specifically, Kei is trying to fall in love for the first time since he's so obsessed with love stories. And then, of course, there's Seiji, who has been pining for him for years and suddenly confesses. Overall, the story is just so-so. It's a nice simple read when you're just looking at it and just quickly reading through. But when you actually take the time to think about it, you realize that there are some pretty bad things about it. First, it is very cliche and stereotypical. You know, there's not a lot of newness to that story. And then in addition, the story is very shallow. It's very much about the fact that Kay is considered plain and boring by everyone, and literally it never stops reminding you of that fact. Oh, you're plain, but let's try to fix you. Oh, I'm plain, why am I friends with him? Oh, you're plain, but I find you kind of interesting. Generally, this comic is a simple and easy read, so if you guys feel like reading it, then you can, and you'll probably get done with it very fast, and find it at least sweet if you don't think about it too deeply. That said, if you do think about it, you might find it unappealing, so just be mindful of that before you read. Generally, I give this a 3 out of 5 for my rating. What's yours? And that is it on my thoughts for last week's queer reviews. Of course, if you guys want to, you can go check out my detailed description and review in the blog post. Link in the description, go check that out. And of course, as always, if you like this video, make sure to like it, share it with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. Queer Fudanshi tries to share LGBT media and BL media through news, reviews, and good conversation. So let's get talking. Bye.